Hi, and welcome to CompuScholar's Professional Development webinar for January 2020. Today we're going to be talking about how to transfer students between your CompuScholar classes. And in particular, we have a new feature that will let you do this for yourself. Most of you know my name is Chris Just. I'm the president of CompuScholar. I've got quite a bit of experience with both software engineering tasks as well as online curriculum in the middle and high school space. So I'm always happy to answer any questions that you have. You can email me at chris.just@compuscholar.com. So today we're going to talk about how to transfer your students between different CompuScholar classes, and we'll explore these under 3 different deployment scenarios. And the first 2 are actually pretty easy. If you happen to be using your own district LMS, we'll touch lightly on how to do that within your own system. If you're using our system, but you're using Clever or ClassLink for auto-rostering, then we'll also discuss how those student transfers happen. And then we'll spend most of our time focusing on the standard deployments on our system, where you've kind of manually registered your students, and then you find yourself needing to transfer students between those classes. So let's talk first about the other LMS scenario. So this is when you are hosting our courses on your own system, such as Canvas or Schoology or Blackboard or something like that. So that means actually all of the rostering is done within your LMS. So basically what that means is that in order to transfer students between classes, you would just do that completely within your LMS. So that's something either you can do or your LMS admin can do. You may also have some sort of sync set up with your student information system. So on a nightly basis, your LMS might get that information and just kind of do everything auto-magically. So the bottom line here in this scenario is that you don't need us at all. You don't need to tell us, you don't need to ask us. There's nothing that we need to do in order for you to transfer students between classes within your own LMS. So that was pretty easy. Now, some of you are using Clever or ClassLink for auto-rostering. This means that you're a Clever or a ClassLink district, and we will receive nightly updates when your student rosters change. So in your student information system, when a student moves from period A to period B, that information will be percolated to us on a nightly basis. And then the magic of the integration is that those student enrollments are automatically switched over. So again, there's nothing you need to do here. There's nothing we need to do manually. It should all happen automatically, is that the students will transfer between classes when those updates are made in your SIS. So again, this scenario is actually pretty easy. So the last scenario is what we call a standard deployment, and that's what many of you are on. And this is when you have manually communicated to us the number and type of courses that you need. We've provided self-registration codes for you and your students have used that self-registration code to create their accounts within a course. So previously, teachers have this Manage My Login feature on the teachers menu, and you could always use that to edit student profiles or unenroll a student from the class. So that's a feature that you've always had. But before today, in order to transfer a student to a different class, you basically had to email us and ask us to do that for you on the back end. So by popular request, we're really excited that you can also transfer your students between classes now with this Manage My Logins feature. So let's hop over to our system and take a live walkthrough of this new feature. Alright, I'm logged into our system with a demo teacher, and you can see this is a really busy teacher with 6 different sections, course sections. I'm going to go ahead and just click on the top section here. And let's take a quick look at the gradebook. Alright, you can see there are 3 students in this class, and the Bob student here has a handful of grades that we've set up for demonstration purposes. And so what we want to do is actually transfer the Bob student out to another class, because he's just made that switch maybe from first to second semester. And so that student is now in a different physical class, and you would like to line that up so that your gradebooks are all in sync. So let's go back to the main course, and we'll click on Manage My Logins. So you can see there's a new button here called Transfer Student, and this button should only be visible if you're not using Clever and ClassLink for automatic enrollment. So if you're doing manual enrollment, this student transfer button will be available, so you can just pick a student like Bob and click Transfer Student. Now on the next page, you'll have a combo box with a list of possible courses that you could transfer this student into. So this list is automatically populated based on examining all of the courses in your district. So if you might have a student that actually transfers between schools within your district, we wanted to support that as well. And it will find all of the courses of the same type. So this is a Python course that we're transferring from. So it will only allow you to transfer into other Python programming courses. And notice, not only does it list all of the courses for this demo teacher, but it also lists courses for other teachers within the district. So you actually do have the ability to send a student over to another teacher that's in the same school or a different school within the district, as long as they're teaching the same type of class. So we would certainly encourage you to communicate with that other teacher first before you just fling a student over the wall at them. That can make for some uncomfortable water cooler conversations if you start dumping your students on other teachers. But obviously we expect that y'all will communicate between each other and have an agreement as to when students will be transferred from one teacher to another. So anyhow, let's go ahead and just pick a course here. We'll transfer the student into the fourth period demo course and go ahead and click transfer. All right, the system will spin for just a little bit and then give you a transfer report, just letting you know the student's enrolled in the target course and copying all the grades that we were able to find out of the gradebook, and then actually disabling the student in the original course as well. Let me move that up just a little bit so you can see the continue button. This will take you back to manage my logins, where you can see that Bob is no longer a student in this class. And if we go back to the gradebook, you can see that Bob is gone here as well. Now there is a tiny bit of background processing that happens as you transfer a student, so if you hop over to the gradebook immediately and you see that your transferred student is still there, please just give it a minute and refresh the screen, and the student should drop off that list. All right, now let's go into our target course. We selected the fourth period course as our targets. Let's dive in here and take a look at the gradebook. And as hoped, our Bob student is now here with all the grades copied over. And so what used to be a fairly painful manual process of asking CompuScholar to do something for you on the back end is now a complete self-service feature that you can do pretty much instantly with no muss and no fuss. So we're excited to bring this feature to you. If you have any problems with it, please certainly let us know. We'll take a look at it. But we expect that you'll find this pretty handy, especially as the semester turnover happens and we have a lot of student mobility with kids moving from class to class. All right, that concludes our webinar for this month. It was really quick, but we just wanted to make sure to promote this new feature to you. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching.